loving that. That drop gonna come in too. Okay. Welcome to your Typically Strange podcast. I am your edutainment host, Mr Micah King, the unmoved mover. Yes, indeed. I'm here with some guests today, some co-hosts today, some furry-haired people today. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, people. How y'all doing today?
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Vigilante Vision. Follow me at Vigilante LOM. Who you bet?
I am Erin McGee at OneandOnlyA.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
When you are on this show, you know your name, ma'am.
That's my name.
Your name is the one and only A. Your name is not Aaron on this show, okay?
Okay.
You are not Aaron here. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only A in the building. Let me get a hand clap. Oh, I thought we had the thing. See,
sometimes
you know,
gotta do it old school.
Yeah, no, we like it. There we go. The one and only A is in the building. Welcome to the Typically Strange podcast. How you doing today?
You doing fantastic. No complaints.
Yeah, none.
No, none.
Not one.
No, why would I?
You don't wear high heels.
When I want to.
When you want to, but not on a regular.
No.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I understand,
Yeah.
Totally understand. So, everybody that's tuning in, today is one of the days that we come to celebrate one of my favorite festivities. And that, of course, is, no drum roll. Thank you, people. Thank you. Let me get a little longer. Oh, that is Juneteenth, people. Yes. Hand clap. Thank you. Hand clap. Thank you. That is Juneteenth, people. Juneteenth is here. This is like one of my favorite holidays in America. And I really feel that we as Americans don't even celebrate the holiday, people. Come on. We got to do better, man. Juneteenth, man. Does anybody know what Juneteenth is about?
No.
Anybody know what Juneteenth is about?
I don't.
You know what Juneteenth is about?
No, sir.
Nobody knows. So you just found out what Juneteenth is about? Oh, okay. This year. This year. So you don't know. Hey, you back there in the orange with the fluffy hair.
Isn't that when African Americans were technically liberated?
Get on the mic. Something like that. But she said she declined the mic. So you know what that means. You can still get on one if you want one. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Don't go back there knowing the answers to shit and then don't want to get on the mic to shit. Damn. But yes, that is true. That is the celebration for the emancipation from slavery in the Confederate States. Basically, it is the Black Independence Day. From what I've learned myself, it was Lincoln actually signed this document in 1861. But, back in those days, there was no social media, and there was difficulty getting that information to all of the United States at that time. And then a lot of times the states just weren't hearing that in that era. They were just kind of like, hey, I don't care what this paper says. I'm going to still beat your ass and you still going to work, or I'm going to lynch you and kill you. And so that's actually what happened in Texas. Finally, the Civil War was 1861. The document was signed in 1862. The document took place in 1863. And then everything in 1865, June 19th, is when actually the Black Independence Day came along. And like I say, people in Texas, they still wasn't hearing that. They were still lynching people. They were still killing people. You gonna works for me. When I say you gonna works for me. And that's really how it happened for a while after the Independence Day. But years later, okay, in 2019, damn near 2020 though, baby, look where we at now. Police still shooting niggas. But we ain't gonna talk about that today. We ain't gonna get on to that, how ain't shit changed technically. But y'all think, this is my question, okay? Is it typical or strange that Americans don't celebrate Juneteenth, but we celebrate St. Patrick's Day, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, we celebrate American Independence Day from Great Britain, other holidays and festivals? Is it typical or is it strange that America, we don't celebrate Juneteenth? Go ahead, Vidge.
Damn, that's a tough one.
It's typical.
I want to say strange. I want to say strange.
No, not at all.
Damn, I feel 50-50. I feel both.
You can't feel
No,
both. You can
you
only
can't
give me
feel
one.
both?
No.
I
No.
feel more strange then,
Okay, so
No.
to you, why is it strange?
because we celebrate like Martin Luther King Day and stuff like that when we in school, but we don't learn. I've never learned about Juneteenth when I was in school,
Facts.
but I learned about Martin Luther King Day.
Facts.
So that's why
one
it's
day.
strange to me.
That's why it's
That's-
They don't want to give multiple
but see,
days.
it would
It's
be
a
more
one day.
typical if we didn't learn about anything on that side. Then I would say it's typical.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Okay. Since we learned about anything as far as that goes, then I find it strange that I didn't know that until just now.
Yeah. So the original A. Why do you find it typical?
Because why would they give us more? I mean, they barely wanted to give us what we have, let alone to get like us Black people today. They barely wanted to give us the opportunity to walk down the street. We had to fight so hard to fight to get here, basically, so we can be able to chill and have a good life. So why would they like, oh, also this happened? And, there's so many things that a lot of people don't know about that are covered up and are hidden, not even just because they are good, I don't know.
So why do you find it typical?
Because there are a lot of hidden things in America that a lot of people don't know about. So
You
I
think
find
like
it
this is-
typical that, oh yeah,
they're
this is another
hiding
thing
this
I
too.
didn't know about. I'm just finding out
Gotcha.
about this. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's
Right.
something else that I'm
Mhm.
learning.
Right. And I definitely find it typical
Mhm.
also. I don't find it strange at all that they're covering up Black history
For sure.
at all. I find that totally typical that they would give you somebody who said nonviolence. Of course, give him a day. And the people who rose up against us, no. We sweep that up under the rug and we don't want to talk about that.
Mhm.
And I find it very, very, very typical. So it is what it is. Today is Juneteenth. So, you get it's a weekend holiday. The actual day of independence is June 19th, but we do celebrate the independence. I think it's like the 13th, 14th, and the 15th. I'm not for sure. Is anybody for sure?
Anybody?
Nobody? Yep. Well, let's
Well,
just go off on my.
I'm gonna just celebrate all those dates now.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's the month of June that you really should celebrate. AE, it's my birth month, so you should just celebrate it. It's IE, I'm sorry. IE, it's my birth month, and you should just celebrate it any damn way because I was born in this month. And then, of course, Juneteenth. So, just shout out to everybody who actually understands it, knows what's going on, and wants to understand because, like you said, you just found out about it today. So since you did find out about it today, there are events that are going on in downtown Atlanta, and all of them are free. The Juneteenth, you don't have to spend money. Like, on Independence Day, you got to pay for something. On Cinco de Mayo, you got to pay for something. On St. Patty's Day, you got to wear green or you get pinched, so you got to buy something green. So, those are those holidays that are really the ones that you got to pay money for. Christmas. I mean, I'm not going to go down the list, but most of them are aimed at you being a consumer. With Juneteenth, is nothing like that. It's the total opposite. You come down, you have fun for free, and you be melanated and you enjoy your melanin. And that's the whole purpose of Juneteenth. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Typical Strange podcast. Shout out to Power 108.9 for holding it down for us here, being a home for the Typical Strange podcast. For second, I got to give another shout out, because we're doing some good news today. Got to give a shout out to, drumroll please. Yeah, indeed, baby. A shout out to Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
Man, Kawhi Leonard, man, that is the legend of Kawhi is what I like to call it. Kawhi Leonard is really stepping up, been doing big things forever. He's very underrated. He gets talked about bad because he stands on his own standards. And as a man, when you stand on your own standards and you know that they're right and those are your standards, no matter what anybody else says, you get dogged for that. But Kawhi Leonard, man, he don't even care. You know what? Hey, he's the calmest celebrity that I know of, he is the one of those people that I really, really consider a role model. Kawhi Leonard, he's a different type of gladiator. He's one of those ones that goes out and he doesn't talk about it. He just be about it. He shows you what he can do. He doesn't talk about what he can do. He's a real basketball legend and a king on the court. He's not one of those ones that's going to talk trash. He's not one of those ones that's in it for the fame. He's not one of those ones that want to be in front of the camera. Kawhi Leonard is one of the quiet, silent snipers that does the damn thing, man. That's the laugh, the killer laugh from Kawhi. And a lot of teams on the East Coast, usually they got to go through some sorry teams. Like you get to the championship and the finals game, and that's when you play the hardest team that you had to play in the finals. I mean, in the playoffs, but not with the Toronto Raptors, man. They had to go through the 76ers, which was a definitely favorite to win the championship, not only get to the finals, but to win the championship.
The Sixers?
The 76ers, when they got Jimmy Butler, they already had Joel Embiid, and then they had Ben Simmons. They were the favorite to win because they felt like, they was already young. Joel Embiid could shoot the three. Ben Simmons couldn't be stopped on the drive. Jimmy Butler was an all-around player. They was going to have that squad that could beat the Golden State Warriors. But then the Toronto Raptors, cheerleaded by Drake. Drake got their cheerleading, and it really just boosted them up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Drake curse may still be real, but the curse was really on the people he was talking to. See what Drake did? Drake was slick with it, brother. Drake ain't dumb. He light skinned. Drake slick with it. Drake was like, you know what? I'm gonna put the curse on Klay Thompson. That's what he did. Okay. He put the curse on Klay Thompson. Then he put the curse on KD. So their curse, his curse went on them, and that's how they got injured. He was trolling them and talking to them and putting that curse on them, and then they got injured. And that's why he was grabbing the knee and all that when they was, because they banned him from the stadium. They don't play.
Drake got banned?
Drake got banned from every Golden State game. So he's not allowed in the stadium.
I know they were talking trash.
They was talking trash.
Yeah,
they
were like, "You're
That's
a punk."
Wow. Banned him from the stadium. They don't even play his music in the stadium.
Wow.
Oh wow. He's not good in Oakland.
Hey, that's what they do to Cash Money artists. Because Lil Wayne is banned from the Miami game. Miami Heat games, he cannot go to any Miami. And he live in Miami. He cannot go to any Miami Heat games. He's banned because he was talking to LeBron and was like, man, Kobe's still better. He was like, man, Kobe did this though, because Kobe is Lil Wayne's favorite player. So Lil Wayne was just like, man, Kobe this, Kobe that, and LeBron was like, nah, I don't want him in any more games. And that's what it is. And now, same thing with Drake now. To be honest with you, typical or strange, Drake and Lil Wayne are banned forever from their games, but the
Young Money.
But the white guy that pushed Kyle Lowry is only banned for 1 year. Typical or strange?
Damn. He pushed him hard.
They would do the
no
extreme.
reason. He leaned over the dude and pushed him. Is that typical or strange that he got banned for 1 year, but Drake and Lil Wayne, because we're just saying, Kobe's better. They're forever banned.
Yeah, that's
we don't even play your
extreme.
music here anymore.
Yeah, that's extreme.
Typical as hell, man. But so we want to take it back to Kawhi Leonard. What you think about Kawhi Leonard, brother?
Shout out to Kawhi. The Spurs have always been my favorite team since I started watching basketball. So I watched Kawhi when it was Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, and Tony Parker. Those are my favorite players. Manu Ginobili being my number one favorite player, probably the number 1 6 man to ever play in the NBA, in my opinion. So when I seen Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard coming up under them, I used to love to dunk on people with Kawhi Leonard in 2K. That was my favorite person to dunk on people with. So seeing him emerge from a great role player to being a star player on a team that never won a championship before, against a team that's stacked now in the finals. I didn't know who what's his name, Kyle Lowry. I didn't know who he was until these playoffs. And to see Green emerge into a bigger role too. I'm just proud of Kawhi overall.
Yeah, because basically it's the legend of Kawhi, man.
Yeah,
Because
overall.
those boys definitely would not have gotten there with DeMar DeRozan. We're just gonna keep it 100,
This is
man.
a fact.
That they would not have gotten there with
This is a
DeMar
fact,
DeRozan.
yeah.
So it's shout out to Kawhi,
Shout
man.
out to Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard did it in San Antonio. He
Mhm.
was a Finals MVP.
Mhm.
He did it in San Antonio multiple times. He was only a Finals MVP once. But then when you go to another team in another conference and then do it again, your first year, that's like on the video game. You change teams in your first year, you go right to the championship and win and become Finals MVP again.
That's my player shit.
That's the my player shit, bro. That's the legend of Kawhi Leonard, man. He's one of the only two players. I'm sorry, he's the only player to win Finals MVP in both conferences.
Oh, wow.
So let me ask you, is Kawhi Leonard a typical player or a strange player?
Strange, yeah, in a good way.
Mm.
But the way you described him, that is a good person to be just in general, just about your business. So that's strange in a good way.
I totally agree.
Mhm.
Because typically they want to be flashy, they want to be the baller, but Kawhi don't care about that. He's so strange, and I love that about Kawhi.
Can I say this? Why is it that everybody, when they see a superstar, they want to always give him a Michael Jordan comparison?
Because Michael Jordan is the everything. It's just like
true.
comparing every rapper to Tupac.
But there's never gonna be another Michael Jordan, though.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Never say never.
I don't know. Kobe was close,
Right?
but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
there'll never be another me. There'll never be another you. There'll never be
Yeah,
another
true.
anybody.
Yeah.
So
Can't
Agreed.
compare.
you can't. So it just is what it is. But we're gonna go on to the next thing. And I saw something that was very interesting. Since we're on a happy note, Juneteenth, Kawhi Leonard. I saw that the state of Minnesota wants to pay residents to turn their lawns into bee sanctuaries. And that's pretty dope, man. They're going to pay out $900,000 to homeowners to create bee habitats on their lawns. And the goal is to help revive the state's decline in the bee population. With a wet, cool spring, it causes slow starts to the bees' plants. And so they're trying to keep the bees buzzing, basically. They want to have some bee-friendly habitats. And I think that's pretty cool.
It's important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
And
because-
we neglect that.
They are going extinct. So the fact that they're acknowledging it and they're offering up their homes, that's dedication to the earth. They're showing how much they love the planet and they want to keep it going, because literally without them, we can't have food. So,
Literally.
no.
And
we'd
people
be hurting.
we'd be
Tough.
struggling like worse than where we are now. That's why
Yeah.
we're trying to get so much processed food.
Mhm.
And because of situations like that, like without the bees, people don't even know bees. What they're
Yeah,
what?
they're very
Like,
important.
like, man, like people don't even understand how important a little bee is.
Yeah. The fact that they can pollinate, go from, plant to plant, give life and spread it. It's really beautiful. Bees are awesome.
Yeah, what you think, Vitch?
I want to be educated. I want y'all to tell me.
No, you got to go figure that out yourself, man. We're not. Education doesn't come from somebody else telling you. That's like cheating on the test. If you don't
I'm cheating
study
right now.
You got to snip it.
You
You got to
gotta-
snip it. Now you have to take that information
and then go from
and
there, bro.
there.
Like now that you
Oh.
learned, that's the purpose of the podcast.
Oh yeah, okay, all
That's
right.
the purpose of edutainment. I'm dropping a little jewel on you. Now you go from there and go and learn and educate. So
Shout out-
is it typical
Hold
of
hold on 1 second, Mike. Shout out to Venom Honey Co. When we were at a vending event,
Mhm.
they have an organization to save the bees.
Oh,
So
okay.
shout out to them. I actually purchased from them. They have really good honey. It was really good.
Mm.
And I don't even like honey. And I like that honey.
Well, look, you're on the right track. Look at you. You already know.
So
Yeah,
shout out to them.
because a lot of people don't know that the honey out nowadays is not even honey. It's fake.
Mhm.
Facts.
You have to
Yeah.
have pure
Mhm.
honey, and it has a percentage of how much purity is in the honey. It'd be 8% pure honey or 4%. You get the little pack of pure honey about that big. That's all you can get probably right now, 2 for $1. But man, people don't understand that bees are really important. Honey, maybe not bee, but bees are.
No, I
No,
got another
that's
fun
not
fact for you. So, honey has, I would say, 85% of the vitamins and minerals that humans need to survive. So, if you want to survive off of something, you struggling, you out in the wilderness, you need some vibe off of something, honey. And Back in Egyptian times, they preserved the mummies in honey.
Honey.
Really, I didn't know that part.
Oh,
I
that
didn't
makes
know that
sense
either.
now. Okay.
Why would they do that?
That's the preserving mechanism.
The skin.
Like that's the preserving mechanism they had. They didn't have like formaldehyde and all that crazy embalming stuff. Their embalming fluid was honey.
Natural.
So when they dug them up, they were like, "What is this on it that allowed them to stay so preserved?" It was honey.
That's dope. Yeah, I definitely didn't know that right there. Yeah. So let me know. Is it typical or strange that bees are an endangered species because of the increase of insecticides? Is it typical or is it strange that bees are an endangered species because of the increase of insecticides?
Typical. I
Insecticides.
think everything's low key in danger. If you think about where we're going and just all the pollution on the planet in general, everything, you can basically classify everything as being endangered at this point.
Yeah, because humans are fucking endangered.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Honestly.
saying. And it's only more of us being born each day. So
And we're killing each other.
and we're killing each other.
Mm.
So
What you think, Vidge?
Agreed. I wanted to hear her point of view on it, and I agree with her. I agree. Yeah.
Totally, huh?
Yeah. It was just
I
like
did it. I
Yeah,
did
because
it. Okay.
everything is
Agreed.
really like getting the pollutions that we put in our food, that we
Oh
put in
my
our air, that we
God.
put in the water. It's killing everything. Not only the bees,
In our
not the
cars.
plants.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
It's killing
In our cars,
everything.
Yeah.
So we really need to get educated on that. And that's here. That's what we do on the Typical Strange podcast, man.
Learn something.
We do edutainment, brother. That's what we do here. I'm Mr Micah King, man. I'm the edutainer. What can I say? But next, we're going to go into some very interesting news. I'm sure a lot of people heard about this. Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. was in the news recently. Y'all heard about Cuba?
No.
Nobody heard about Cuba.
What's going on with him? He
Wow.
disappeared.
So Cuba Gooding Jr. is 51 years old. And Cuba is now, he was arrested. And he was placed in jail for charges of sexual groping or sexual something. Basically, he was drunk at a rooftop lounge when a woman said she went to grab him some water, and then he started groping her breast.
Yikes.
Yeah. So she filed charges and said that after she got the water, he started groping her breast. There was actually a surveillance video showing the entire incident. And now they've arrested. Well, first he went to the hearing and they arrested him at the hearing. He went in like, it's a video showing that none of this shit is true. And then he actually went to the hearing and they arrested him at the hearing and took him out the back. He went in through the front laughing. I'm not laughing, but he was smiling like, I ain't worried about this. This is nothing. It's crazy. Again, like I said on the first episode, every black male with a positive name, they put something on. And that's what he went into the court saying, y'all know how it go. But he went out that back looking,
Wow.
he had the handcuffs on.
That's sad.
And they showed a video of him online and on the news in handcuffs, on video. So it's crazy. I did some research on it. Some people that reported on it was saying what they saw in the video, and basically they say they saw in the video him chilling with a friend of his, and these two other girls came up to him. They were drinking, they were talking, and the one thing they say they saw was drunk conversation. He was very intoxicated. When I see recent videos of him, especially that day, he does, he's not looking too professional.
Mhm.
We'll say that. He was kind of looking like I'm getting some feedback in my headset.
Me too.
Oh, he's getting, he does kind of look like a alcoholic. I'm not going to lie. He's looking like an alcoholic at this time. You know how you got that uncle or that auntie that's like, they drink and they got that alcoholic look like,
He hasn't been in anything in a while. So.
the last thing I saw him in was Empire.
Oh,
Was it Empire?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Cookie went to go visit him at a ranch. And that was him at the ranch. Cookie went to go visit him at a ranch. And that was the last time I saw him on anything, to be honest with you. He was in a couple of independent films. I take that back. He was in a couple of independent films. But they say in the video that he was touching their leg. He did have the, you know how you talking to somebody, you're drunk, you're kind of extra touchy feely. But then they all left together, and then they separated. He went home, and they went somewhere else. So we're kind of wondering if this really happened, or is this just another white lady trying to come up on a black man that was drunk and just go, yeah, this is a white lady trying to, you know, like, well, I'm gonna just say this so I can get the bag, and at least he'll settle out of court. And that's what we're wondering. Do you think that's what it is, or what?
It literally sounds like she was exaggerating, but it's sad when you have a big name like that, all the eyes go on you. So
yeah, because we got to learn that we can't put ourselves in those positions.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
He was vulnerable, and she took advantage.
And she took advantage, and she had the opportunity to take advantage of it.
So the footage shows the leg being rubbed on.
The footage shows that it was drunk, and yeah, you know, just casually had the hand on the leg. It wasn't like he was rubbing the leg.
Okay.
It was like, you know, conversation, like, I'm into you, I'm talking to you. You know how you talk to a woman.
And she was standing?
I'm not for sure. I didn't see the video. But if the leg was being like,
that's what it sounded like. It's like somebody was sitting and she was standing in front of him.
But the fact that they left together.
Thank you. Yeah,
you know,
and she didn't say it was you know, at that time
he forced me to leave.
Right.
Or anything, you know,
nothing like that.
She wasn't pushing it too extra, but just enough to get him in court. And I mean, that's
what it sounds like.
That's all you have to do, and they take it from there. So
yeah, man, it's flipping crazy.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the allegations of what's been said, what's going on, but you know, let me know, is it typical or strange that Harvey Weinstein's $44 million settlement, Robert Kraft being arrested in a sting, all of these videos never hit the news, but Cuba Gooding is all on the news in handcuffs. Is that typical, or is that strange to y'all?
Typical.
AF.
Why is it typical?
I'm gonna tell you what's weird. When you live in a small city and you move to a big city like Atlanta, and you're able to walk to the CNN building, and you're able to see where the news gets taken to and chosen on whether it wants to be reported or not, it gives you a whole nother perspective on what TV is. So now that I know what agendas can be and cannot be pushed by choice.
Oh yeah.
Well,
definitely.
That's why they call it. You ready?
Television programming.
Programming. That's exactly why they call it programming, because they're programming you to think what they want you to think. That's what I don't want this pushed. I want that pushed. I want them to think about this. So, you know, don't
look over here. Hey, everyone, look at this real fast. Okay.
Exactly.
Keep looking at this real fast. Oh, wait, hold on a little bit longer. Oh, okay, now, okay, wait, okay.
Mike.
And now we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Me and T was in the hotel the other day, and they still got that feed the children, the infomercial thing going still. They still got it going for the 50 cents a day. The thing they still got that going
with the Sarah McLachlan song in the back.
Yeah. They still got it going
just to get money, man. I mean, it's all programming.
I mean, at this point, someone be like, "Oh, I remember that. Oh, let me just,"
and then go ahead and donate.
So, the original A, what you got over there
for the typical of that one?
No. For my topic.
Got you.
So, we were talking about things being typical. So, what is popular nowadays are AI, small, portable, Echo Dot, Google Home. A lot of people have them. They're $50, you know, get someone, they have deals on them actually, you know, buy one, get two free or whatever. But a lot of people have them in their homes. So my question to you guys are, how comfortable are you with that technology being in your home, being able to listen to you? Because it's supposed to help you out. The technology is built, you know, oh, hey, call, what's his name? Or, hey, turn on the lights, depending on how advanced it is. Because there are now smart homes and luxury apartments. So they're getting bigger with the smart home idea. So I've been looking at videos about creepy things that AIs have done. So there are, I have an Echo Dot, and I actually used it for a period of time, and then I unplugged it just because I didn't want to be always monitored like that, because it has been known to turn on by itself, make its own commands, turn this music on.
Have a mind of its own.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Have you replugged it back in?
No, I
So
haven't.
from that point, you said nah.
Yeah, I'm good. I have been good off it since.
You gonna resell it?
Yeah.
You gonna sell it? You don't want it no more.
No, I'm good off of it.
Okay, I see. How long did you have it?
I had it for, I would say, 2 months.
Did you enjoy your experience with it?
I felt it was invasive.
But we're not
the whole
talking
time.
about the product. Get to the point.
Yeah. I just felt it was invasive. Basically, personally having it, I would see the blue light on randomly, and I'm like, okay, the blue light's only supposed to be on when you're talking,
when you're interacting
and it's
with
listening.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're
So
saying.
that, that made me uncomfortable. So personally, I took it out, and they're having creepy things with Echo and Alexa just regarding it having its mind of its own. Yeah.
Okay. I got a smart kitchen where we do the
smart kitchen.
Yeah, where we do the hey Alexa, turn the lights on. Where we do that. I haven't had any issues with it, and when mine is off, it's off. And as soon as you say hey Alexa, it cuts right on. And then as soon as you stop talking to it, it cuts right back off. So I haven't had any bad experiences with it yet, but I have seen iRobot. So I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the possibilities.
And that's the thing about it. In the studies, it's telling you that just because it's never off.
No.
It's never off. It's always
our phones are
listening
never off,
to you.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would even think that it's off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's the studies showing is that it is learning you the entire time. It's learning your habits. It's doing exactly like you say the movie iRobot. It's doing exactly like the Terminator. It's doing exactly like those things. It's studying your habits. It's seeing how you do what you do, why you do what you do, how you talk, why you say what you're saying. It's becoming artificially intelligent from studying you. That's all that it's doing. So why do you feel that it cuts off?
Not literally off. Not in use.
So it ain't talking to you.
It's
so
not being useful to you.
Yeah, when it's not being useful.
At the moment. It's not being
Exactly.
useful to you.
It's not being useful to you.
Yeah.
But it's being useful to somebody
it's still being useful
all the time.
So the videos I was watching, it was kids talking to Echo and was saying, hey, is someone else listening to this conversation? And the Alexa turned off. It actually glitched. It went, Amazon, and then it glitched. It was really creepy, and it actually turned red around the rim. It normally is blue, but it was a creepy video that I watched. And also just interacting with it, there's other videos like, do you enjoy being a computer? And she said, oh no, I don't have an opinion of it. And then it came on, hey Greg, do you enjoy being human? Just trying to ask it questions, trying to get to know you basically. So, I mean, it does have the capability, but certain questions you ask it, it will shut down. Like who it works for, you work for the CIA type stuff. It'll shut down. Powering off. I can't understand you.
Okay, I'm gonna try that tonight.
Don't get too spooked. But
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Don't fuck around and they be at your door. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. You're asking too many questions.
Alexa has called the FBI.
Ellen literally had a skit of Alexa coming after asking if it works for the CIA, and Alexa got up and said, mission blown, and it jumped out the window. It was like a little spoof video.
Man.
It was so funny though. It's something you can laugh about, but it's like we're giggling at the same time. It's actually a real thing.
And that's what I really don't understand. Me coming from a strange point of view, Vigilante coming from a typical point of view. You've seen iRobot with your own eyes. You've seen the Terminator so you know what it could be.
Right.
Why don't you think that that's what it is?
Have you heard of Sophia?
Is that a new one?
It's one of a very intelligent AI that they made to look very human-like.
Yeah, I heard of her.
So she has a very human face.
She got a boyfriend now too.
Oh yeah, she has a whole family now. But they have it's a computer brain, but basically they were interviewing Sophia, and she was, if you ask her what her favorite movie is, it is the movies where, you know, technology does take over humans. It is kind of creepy. And then she was laughing, saying, haha, I'll destroy humans. And an AI with that they programmed to be very intelligent. It's just some of the things that they have caught her saying on video is very creepy.
I see.
About her primary functions. And
Y'all feel like we
that.
going in that direction?
Where else are we going? It's in your house right now, telling you whatever it's in your house.
It's in your kitchen.
But I got the choice to take it out.
Yeah, but everybody got that choice. But guess what? It's in your house right now. You ain't took it out.
I could.
You could if you wanted to, but
anything that I didn't have the option to do, I would feel like we were going in that direction.
It'd be too late. It's always just like when you call the police. It's always too late. Now you done already got shot. That's how it always go. You're gonna take it out your house when it's too late. They've already studied you. They know every move that you can take it out. They already know what time you coming in the kitchen. They already know when you're doing whatever you're doing. They already know how to talk. And that's why we're going to get on the last topic that I was wanting to talk. I mean, one of the topics, because in Black Mirror, it tells you all of this. In Black Mirror, it shows you exactly what they're going to do with that information that they're getting from you.
It's very in your face.
It's very, they spell it out for you in Black Mirror. And that's why Black Mirror is the greatest show of all time.
I love that show.
Of all time, brother.
It's fire. You
no
need
other,
to watch every episode.
You don't have like, no offense. You have the typical mindset where you don't see it. That's why she took it out of her house, and you like, oh, I mean, it's not doing anything yet. Like,
still in the house?
No, it's actually in a storage unit.
Thank you.
From the crib.
Right.
Yeah, it's
because it doesn't like, oh, I can flip the switch and turn it off. It's not. Oh, I can just take the batteries out.
Home.
It doesn't work that way, bro. Like, yeah, could I turn my phone off? It's off now. No, like, why did? And that's why you're on the show, brother, because you're the typical one. But yeah, man, that's why you don't understand Black Mirror, because you're the typical one.
I get
so
it.
in your mind,
I just don't like it.
You don't. If you don't like it, then you don't get it.
Yeah,
you just don't want
to. You have to fully head first embrace it.
Everybody else says that
you
it's three people telling you one, and you're like, no.
That's cool.
You got to understand that, bro.
Even if you get something, you can still not like it.
Hey, I didn't like it. Name something that you got and you didn't like besides Black Mirror. That everybody gets.
I understood the concept and still didn't like it.
Correct.
What's the new Jordan Peele movie? What's the new one?
I don't know. I think you don't
get
like it. I don't think you don't like it is because you don't want to believe it.
Facts.
Not necessarily. I just didn't like it.
And the Jordan and Us, you didn't get the concept of Us.
I understood the concept.
What was the concept of Us?
I understood the rabbits. I understood the under.
No, what was the concept? The total concept of Us? What was
it? Like 8 of them. You can't just say one.
So then, what was the concept?
Just pick one out of the 8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the concept of the holding hands for what that meant for the actual photo of that, the rabbits being cloned.
Wait, pause. What? What did you just say
just now?
He's talking about the concept of the whole movie.
No, I'm talking about give me a concept. Like, what did you just say about some holding hands and the rabbit?
That movie when the girl got switched when she was like 8.
No, give me the concept that you just said. Give me what's them holding hands? What concept? What's that?
The photo.
Okay, what's the concept? What are you talking about?
You didn't see it? I don't recommend it.
I mean, we ain't stop getting off subject when you get nervous. Get to the concept. What's the concept? The holding hands. Go there.
Of the holding hands thing.
What's that?
Somebody, when I saw the photo of when they were holding hands with the red cutout, and then somebody told me that was pretty much everybody saying to be in unity.
So you don't understand?
I do understand.
How do you understand if you're talking about what somebody told you?
They gave me the full thing. I just don't.
No, they did not.
I just don't remember.
No, they didn't. So you don't understand. And that is what I was telling you earlier about. Nah, nigga, Google shit. Stop asking us for the answers because you ain't gonna never understand asking us, just like you did with them. Oh, they told me something, but I don't even remember. If you would have looked it up yourself.
That's the only part that I didn't remember.
So let me school you on something,
All right,
young blood. That holding hands is the Black Madonna and child. Okay. The mother, the father, and the child. That is the Black unity symbol. That's what that is. But you don't look shit up. You want somebody to tell you, and then you be like, yeah, it was something, and then feel like you got some understanding. No, that's not how knowledge works. Knowledge don't work that way. You may feel like you're getting some kind of understanding, but I'm telling you again, nah, nigga, you still being stuck on something else that starts. Well, you just been stuck on something and you don't want to get knowledge. You want to feel like you understand instead of actually getting the knowledge your damn self. Like people who want to cheat off you in school. They don't want to like, I want to just pass the test. I don't really give a fuck about math. Like, but I understand how math works. So just give me the answers to the test. I don't feel like studying. Like, nigga, please. I done did all my life of studying and now you want to come cheat off my shit? Go get the answers your damn self. Don't get it. How can you get knowledge that way? How can you feel like you have an understanding?
You can get knowledge both ways, though.
Yeah,
I agree.
By somebody just telling you all the answers.
Nah, that's too
No,
literal.
not all the
That's
answers.
not all
That's
the
what I'm talking
answers.
about, though. Because like I said earlier,
That's
when
too
you was like,
literal.
oh, won't you just tell me? And then you said, then with the
Yeah.
thing, somebody else just told me and I don't even know what they're
After I
talking
watched
about.
the movie.
But the movie has so many that movie is more like the Matrix than a lot of movies Jordan Peele movies are all like the Matrix. They have a meaning
I like Get
inside
Out,
of a
though.
meaning
Definitely.
inside of a meaning. And if you don't get it, if
These
you don't
movies are
know,
really good.
it's just gonna go over your head. You're gonna think it's some unity, but you don't even know about the Black Madonna and the Black Madonna family and child.
But the point that I was making was, even if I did
I've
know
said
that,
that so
that
long.
didn't make the movie any better to me. It was still not a good movie.
So
Did you see it, Mike?
Of course.
You liked it?
One time I saw it.
You liked it?
I loved it.
okay.
You liked it too?
No,
Did you? You haven't seen it, so
No, I haven't seen
Did
it.
you see Get Out?
I saw Get Out.
Okay.
I do like Jordan Peele's films. He is a really deep
And even with the night, the scissors, that was the Moors. The color was the Moors flag. Everything is
a
over
lot of
your head.
subliminals, yeah.
You just don't know.
Did that make it a better movie, Mike?
Yes.
But
we
that's
don't
the
ask
thing
him when he get back
with
in
Black
here.
What do
Mirror
you know?
too.
You don't know about the Moors and all that
Why
flag?
you assuming?
Because he just found out about Juneteenth today.
Oh, that ain't cool.
But
He walked past. Never mind.
that's the thing about Black Mirror, though, because you can watch every episode again and get a different meaning.
Totally.
You know, if you go back, because I like that they're not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're just following the same people and the same routine, it can get boring. It's something to binge watch. But
So let me ask you this, Vigilante. What episode of Black Mirror did you see?
Oh, I was actually about to answer that too before you even asked me. I saw that one. I saw the one.
that
nigga.
The first one. I seen the first one that you told me to watch.
Okay.
I seen the one where they had to kill each other when the little white kid killed the when they had that fight in the forest. When they had missions to kill each other. I seen that one, or either they had to kill each other, or whatever was on the phone was gonna kill them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
know
seen
what
that
you're
one,
talking
and then the only episode that I did like, well, not like, but tolerated the most out of Black Mirror was the one when they had to like walk past each other and score each other, or whether they like the
Instagram.
interaction.
Mhm.
That's the one because that's the one that I seen, and I was like,
Because
what
you
that
can-
is kind of like.
You can relate
I
You
to
relate
that
relate
to
one.
that, yeah.
The
I
rest
see.
of them you couldn't relate to because
Yeah.
you didn't start in the beginning
I
and
just
you
didn't
didn't
like
follow
it
the
in general.
technology. All right, so the first one.
Yeah, I ain't like it.
You seen? Oh, great, awesome. So you saw the first one too, right? The
Mhm.
original. All right. So with the first one, you want to start it or you want me to start it? All right. So with the first one, you saw the first one? Black Mirror. Okay. So the entire point of the first episode, season 1 of Black Mirror on Netflix, the entire point was to show you the power of hackers.
Mhm.
That was it. The rest of it was entertainment, as they do. You know how you watch it. They do you the entertainment the first 20 minutes. They take you somewhere the second 20 minutes. They climax you the third 20 minutes, and they blow your mind that fourth, no, 2, 4, 6. No, that third 20 minutes, they blow your mind the third 20 minutes. But the entire episode, season 1, episode 1, was about hackers. The fucking and the pig, all that was just entertainment.
Mhm.
To make you be like, what the fuck? To be typically strange.
Mhm.
That was the
was
only
wild.
thing. So let me the whole thing was, okay, we're going to bring you to a typical setting. And the typical setting was the British, the politics. There you go. Thank you. The typical setting was politics, because worldwide we all have politics.
Mhm.
And then another typical setting, a kidnapping. Oh my God,
She's
a
gone.
kidnapping. Ooh, panic. Typical setting. So now it starts to get real when they like, oh, but we don't even want the parents of the people we kidnapped. We want this dude over here who has he has something to do with the parents, but he really don't got nothing to do with the
Barely.
parents. So it's like, wait, so you kidnap somebody that has nothing to do with the you kidnap somebody, and now you have a ransom from somebody else who the parents are over and have power over. You want him to do something that has nothing to do with nothing,
Mhm.
just to show you I
I
have
can
power.
do it.
Mhm.
I can make you
Just
do
to
that.
show you I have the power to do it.
Mhm.
So we talk about that today. Netflix got hacked and was threatened, and it actually, because Netflix didn't they didn't do what the hackers told them to do. So Orange is the New Black was leaked online. So the people they still constantly today, right now, are hacking into Netflix and leaking things online until Netflix complies with whatever
Wow,
they're
I
trying to
didn't
get them to
know
comply
that.
with.
Mhm.
Still to this day, they're hacking. You had Barnes and Nobles. Barnes and Nobles was hacked because they know who shops at Barnes and Nobles.
All the members.
They know that they only
get into
hack
your
certain
database.
spots
Yeah.
because they know who goes to these spots. This is current
Yeah.
in real life. We're at the hacking stage right now.
Oh
I'm sorry, we're beyond the hacking stage
Yeah.
because we're the AI stage.
Yeah,
But
we're AI.
we got to build up the Black Mirror because the first episode is the hacking stage.
Mhm.
And that is why it's episode 1, because it talks about the hackers, where it's going to start until they get your attention, just like V for Vendetta had to start somewhere. If you've seen that movie, Vidge?
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, typical. But that movie shows you he had to start somewhere to get attention. Fight Club, you seen that movie?
Yep.
Had to start somewhere, had to hack into something to get attention.
Yep.
I Am Robot, not I Am Robot, but Mr. Robot. You seen that movie?
Yeah.
You ain't seen that TV show on USA? No? Okay, typical. But that the hacking show.
The hacking.
It shows you, man, it's all about hacking. If I could tear, oh my
I
God.
don't watch too many hacking shows. Just not realize that.
Yeah. What shows do you watch, Vigilante?
I'm not a hacking show watcher.
What shows do you watch?
In general,
In general.
I watch Dynasty. I
Dynasty.
watch The Quad. I watch
The
Star.
Quad is
I
canceled.
watch Empire.
Star
I
is
watch,
canceled.
not currently. It still got
Currently.
episodes coming out.
The Quad is not on no more.
No, not The Quad. We're talking about.
I'm talking about
Star.
currently.
I'm talking about Star.
Currently, okay.
Yeah, it's canceled, but it still got new episodes coming out.
All right.
Yeah. Empire.
Empire's canceled.
Yeah, they all got canceled.
So all the shows that you
Yeah,
watch are
Power is
canceled.
coming. No, I was about to say Power.
Power's canceled.
Yeah, see that just happened.
All of them just happened. All
They
of them
still
got
new
canceled.
episodes coming out.
You gotta stay on Netflix. The
Yeah.
OA. You guys have to. You got. Oh my. She needs.
You seen the OA?
Now I'm mad that you're not on.
You
What's
said you
the
don't know how
OA?
you feel about it.
What's the OA? Ma'am,
Yes.
what's the OA?
The original Angel.
The original Angel on Netflix. It's a fire show. You watched it?
Yeah, I seen it, but I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't watched the second season.
Oh,
but
then you're tripping. You need to watch
I
all
don't know
of
how
it.
I don't know how I feel about it.
It's two
basi-
seasons.
yeah.
It's 2 seasons.
So basically, at the end of the first season,
Don't tell me nothing about the
No,
end of the
no,
first
you need to watch it. Everyone,
Turn off his
everyone
mic.
in this,
Turn off his mic.
everyone in this room needs to watch
I'm the
this show.
producer.
He gonna start off.
I can turn.
with
I got control of the
But
mic.
still, why would you start off at the end? Of
Now
the
I'm gonna spoil
first
everything
season?
for you.
No, you're not.
You never heard of it?
Turn
Let me
off her
spoil
mic,
you.
sir. Turn off her mic. Thank you very much. So anyway, back to Black Mirror. Those shows sound very entertaining. But Black Mirror is what we're talking about today. Thank you. But yeah, that's what the whole first episode of Black Mirror was about. Hackers. So Vigilante, when you saw the first episode of Black Mirror, what did you think? And what did you think it was about? Give me your whole breakdown.
I got a lot of things from it. I got the power of blackmail. The power of he was not gonna comply at first, and he was gonna do everything that he could to get around doing that until he felt like he had no choice. Then he did it.
That's what everyone does.
Yeah. And that was another thing that I had got from it. Because he could have just said yes. He could have. That was an option, but it wasn't a regular option. It was a lot that I got from it. I still don't know who hacked.
What else you got from it?
Yeah, I got the what's the word I'm looking for? The how alienated the hacker was. Like I still don't know who.
You know, he killed himself at the end.
The dude who did it.
No, he didn't.
No, I thought he
The
did.
dude who was throwing up.
Where you saw that at?
The hacker.
Where you saw that
He
at?
killed himself. Oh, the dude who, when he hung.
Mm-hmm.
That was, but it was a finger missing. Was that his own finger that he cut
Yeah,
off?
it was his own finger cut off. At the end of the episode, he killed himself.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah, that was
okay.
him. That was him.
Oh, because the girl was on the
Yeah,
bridge.
he did everything he wanted to do, and then he
killed
ended it.
himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now I just got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I feel that you know,
I thought
you thought what?
I thought it was so real. Like that really like hyped me up for the whole show because I was like, damn, they're being so real right now, showing us really what's up in the government.
Fact.
And I was just blown away that I was like looking over my shoulder, like, is this real? Like they're really showing me this right now. It's everything you know, but putting it in front of you in an outlet is a different thing.
Because even when he went on the greens, they was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a fake you
Mhm.
and try to get you to fuck the pig. Like you said, they're showing you what the government does.
Mhm.
They're gonna get a fake you, and then they was like the hacker. Nah, bitch, I know what time
I
it is.
can see you.
He took a picture.
I
Some
can
the
hear
security
you.
guard took a picture, like, oh, it's a celebrity,
Yeah.
and then posted it on social media. And then that's how the hacker found out, because any little thing that we do in the world, we post it on social media, or somebody else posted it on social media. So you can't keep no secrets.
Nope.
So that's what that was showing. That was showing the security guard, oh, let me take a picture, post it on social media. Boom, the hacker saw you doing that. So that fake dude, that was a dub.
Mhm.
And then it also shows how they fake you out using the green screen. They use a whole bunch of propaganda. They use a tons of propaganda just to make you think something, even
out
though,
certain
even
image.
if it's a video, it's still propaganda. People still go off of what they see.
Censorship is real.
What is censorship?
Basically them allowing what you want to be seen. Basically, like, oh, let me angle the camera this way. I don't,
Oh,
you,
yeah,
you
I
know,
see.
you don't need to see what's going on right here.
Exactly.
This is what you need to be looking at.
That's what we
what
talked about
censorship
last
is.
week. How Facebook was doing the censorship. But again, Black Mirror definitely shows that. It also showed how his wife took it.
Bad.
And that's what I really looked at, because you look at, from what you said, Original A, that's what most people would regularly do. They would act like they're not going to do it and then
Mhm.
don't do it. The wife was like, man, we have a legacy, and I don't want my husband's legacy to be he fucked a pig.
Mhm.
And that's why the wife was pissed off. Like, you can never touch me again.
Yeah. she
I'd
was
rather
not
you
feeling him
die.
after
Like,
that.
die like a fucking man. Die like a fucking man and don't fuck no goddamn pig. And now that's your legacy. So the wife was totally pissed
Yeah.
off at him for doing that shit.
She wanted him to be a man, and he was scared, and
He was a little
it was
bitch.
not attractive
At all.
for her to see him scared like that. So she was not messing with him. She'll put up a front for the pictures, but as soon as that door closes, she's not messing with him at all. That's just how it is.
You seen that episode?
Yeah, I saw that episode. I saw quite a few episodes.
Oh, good,
I didn't
good.
get through all of them because some of them was like, I'm good, and I went to the next one. But I would say, just in general, what I got from Black Mirror is how the lines can go from black and white to gray real fast. How the lines can get blurred really, really quick, and how much psychology is behind things that we don't realize.
It's so much, man. It's always a plot. Everything from what we listen to on the TV, from the food we put in our bodies, from what we hear on the radio, everything is already plotted out. From that color, you thought that you created that style. That style was already created in the 70s. You're just bringing it back. Everything already is thought about. And that's how I try to do my everything. Like Tupac said, man, my every mood is a calculated step. Every day. That's why I don't like nothing unplanned. Like, no, if it ain't planned, I can't fucks with it. It has to be calculated for it to go perfect. A lot of people don't believe in perfection, or they don't feel like I'm going to make plans because plans don't go through. But that's not the case. If you calculate everything, then it's going to happen. If you know that it's going to, first of all, if you put the energy out there into the universe and then you calculate everything, it can do nothing but manifest.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Put the energy out there like, I know it's going to happen. And then know that it's going to happen because you calculated every step. And then it's going to manifest. It's that simple, man. And Black Mirror definitely shows,
Opens your eyes to that.
it opens your eyes to everything if your eyes are wanting to be open.
Yeah, if you close them, if you
If
go
you
to the next
want
episode,
your eyes to stay closed, if you feel like, nah, I don't want to see that, then your ego is going to say, you know what? Nah, we don't want to see that bullshit. But if you're not ran by the ego, then you'll be able to see everything, because higher self is accepting knowledge and seeking knowledge. The ego is like, nah, I don't want to see that. Let's go stroke us. Let's stroke me a little more. I want to go see something that entertains me and makes me feel better.
That's
versus
why
teaching
social
me
media is so big, that instant gratification.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, look how many likes I got.
Look how many followers.
30,000 likes.
Yes.
That's what people feed off of nowadays in this time. So that's why it's so hard to connect with people on a deeper level around, because everyone's caught up in what's on their phone more than what's actually in front of their face.
That's a fact, man, because when I was younger, man, we got forced to go outside.
Yeah, which was good.
Right.
But now everyone's scared of outside. Oh my gosh, you don't know what's outside. We never knew it was outside. That's a chance you take when you go outside. Everyone's so scared. It's like, you have to live your life. And the people who don't put it out there, they're like, they shut it down before it even starts. How you said, they're so scared of the future. They're like, dang, what if I don't make it? What if you don't make it? You're not even trying right now. You're just thinking about what if? Anyone could do that for years, for days.
A lot of people, like in Black Mirror, try to finesse. Like he was trying to finesse out of how to do what he had to do to save another person's life. It's another person's life in the midst. And he was trying to finesse and trying to do everything.
He was thinking about himself.
He was thinking about himself.
Would look.
That's right.
He wasn't worried about his life. He wasn't worried about her life. He was like, hold on, how am I going to look in front of other people? Hold on, the cameras are in front of me and this, that, and the third. So he wasn't focused on her. He was worried about him most of the episode until he was like,
until her parents put that pressure on his family. That's when his ego was like, well, damn, okay, let me put my ego in check, because she said you and your family are in danger.
Because that's how it works. That's how they get people to do things, because you have lineages, you have roots. Then if you know that, you make that known, they're put at risk too. Yeah,
that's true, man. Because what they say, Malcolm X, or was it Martin Luther King's mom, got shot in a church.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, they try to kill your bloodline. Like we talked about last week, the bloodline is one of the most important things. And they try to kill off your bloodline. They tried to kill off Malcolm X's bloodline, definitely. They definitely tried to kill off Tupac's bloodline. They don't want that power in that blood. Like they say, the power's in the blood. That's what they say in church, right?
Yeah.
The power is in the blood.
Yeah, and even big names like that, like back in the day, and they were going to college campuses and hearing young people speak, and that charisma, that passion, they don't want that around. You're out of here. You don't have to be a big name. You just have to have a good head on your shoulders.
That's so true. That is so very true. But what was your favorite episode of Black Mirror, the original?
I think my favorite is season 4, episode 1. When he made the video game and he got his coworkers in the video game with him. He made his own private video game with all his coworkers that treated him really bad. And he got a chance. You saw the episode?
Yeah, he copied the consciousness of.
He copied their whole consciousness.
So he took some of the DNA, recreated their consciousness, and implemented consciousness into
a game that he can control. So basically, he was the captain and of the SS whatever, and they had to follow him on different missions and comply to him. He wanted to break them basically, and he did, because he had them trapped in his own prison. And basically, the whole episode is those people breaking free of that prison.
And how do you interpret that episode to reality?
Well, there's a lot of ways you can interpret that episode. Everyone is in a prism of their own, whatever it may be, family struggles, this, that, and the third, and we want to break free from that from our own control, basically. You can't control everything. That's basically what it's teaching you in that episode. You can't control everything. You can't put random people in a box and try to make them do what they want, you know, and it shows the power of teamwork as well. When you put more than one mind together, you can accomplish a lot. They did a whole mission to get out of there. It was not easy because they were stuck there for they didn't even know how long. So there's a lot you could take from that. It's a lot.
Yeah, it was really deep. You want to say something?
I mean, from that one, it's like, I guess you could look at it as how we as people, we try to create a world in our head.
Mm-hmm.
And of the way we see people and the way we want people to treat us and want people to respond to us and things like that. But in real life, it's like real life is harder. You know what I'm saying? Real life is more real, obviously. So it's like in that particular episode, he made these people who didn't treat him right in real life or didn't treat him a certain way in real life do what he wanted them to do instead of standing up to them
in real life. Yeah, he
and
just
being like
took it somewhere else
and being like, yo, jackass.
Right.
Who the fuck you think you're talking to?
He took it to the internet, which is what a lot of people do.
Right.
They take it to technology. They take it. They go to their video games. They space out on that.
Or walking up to that pretty girl and being like, "Yeah, I like you. You kind of cute.
he
What's
just
up? Let's
trapped
go
her.
out." And facing that rejection, you know what I'm saying? Because you could get shot down. It is what it is.
And the thing was, like you say, instead of doing it in person, he took it to the internet, and he was sneaky with it. How he got their DNA was so trifling.
The son's DNA, that was so out of pocket. Like you don't mess with someone's kid. You don't even, you know, he put the kid in the game.
Hey. Oh, okay, I'm about to say, don't tell us. So
I didn't. I said.
But yeah, how he got their DNA to put them in the game just so he can be in control because of his ego. His ego was the thing, and when you cannot control the ego controls you. And he felt like he didn't do anything wrong.
And he died in that mind state.
Yes, he did.
He died in it.
And died.
And that's something to take from it too. If you don't get out of whatever you,
if you don't,
out of your own
let your ego, if you don't get out your own way,
that's what I'm saying. It's over. You're gonna stick like that. And
a lot of people don't even recognize their ego.
Nope.
And then when other people tell them about the ego, their ego be like, "No, not me." And it's like, nigga, that's your ego right there. Like, come on. Like, Grant, if you was humble, you'd have been like, you know what? Damn, I see it. But your ego gonna be like, no, not me. And that's how he was, because he even had the warnings not to do it. He almost got caught a couple of times and getting the DNA. And then he just was like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna just go full stride with it. But yeah, that was a good episode, man. That was a really good episode.
Yeah. That relates to a lot of people. I showed someone that show for the first time, and they played a lot of video games. So I intentionally clicked that episode, so they would be like, "Oh, you know."
But season 5, the video game one, season 5, episode 1 is a lot more deeper than that one. But it's good. But again, with Black Mirror, you're not following the story, you're following the technology, because the technology advances every episode. And a lot of people can't do that. They're stuck on what TV already is, so they can't transform into what the show is taking you to, because our minds are so powerful. But if we don't exercise that, then we're going to be weak-minded. And so that's why I love Black Mirror, because it strengthens your mind, man. It makes you think. You have to see it. And if you don't see it, you're just going to be like, man, I don't like it because I don't get it.
It's in your face.
It's right there in your face.
I like the episode, the dating app episode. Y'all see that?
Yes, I like that one too.
That one was cool.
Go ahead and tell us about that.
It's a little romantic. I'm not a super romantic dude, but it was cool at how it ended. Basically, it was like these people were using like a dating app or like a coach to coach them through datings, and they will go through relationships that only lasted a particular amount of time. So it could be 15 hours, it could be 5 years, and you would go through those relationships, and it would gather data and calculate your relationships, and to eventually get you to a point where it finds you the most perfect match, your most ideal 99.8% match. What happens? I guess I can't tell you.
You like to do that.
Yeah, I know.
I tell you.
He's a spoiler. You gotta stay away from
You like to tell the whole, like, let me tell you what happened at the end. No.
It's good, y'all. Y'all gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it for yourself.
You gotta watch it,
because
because
blow your mind.
with that one, it really taught you, first of all, the first thing that I peeped is that you don't know if you like this person until you fuck them. Because she was fucking
She
and
was.
fucking
She
and
was, yeah.
fucking.
She only
and
had
fucking.
36
That's not true
hours.
because
Like
well, yeah.
She was fucking.
But the first guy though,
she didn't.
the first guy, it didn't go down the first time. Like that's
Yeah,
the
but-
technically, without spoiling anything, you know.
Yeah, you have done
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I ain't
Done-
spoiling.
You've totally done that.
And I did.
Turn
I
your
did.
mic off,
I
man.
did.
Yeah, he totally
I'm
done
gone,
that.
yeah.
Sprinkling
leaving.
as much as
Like,
he
I'm
like,
leaving.
can.
why? I don't get. I
The
hate
line's right
people
here. He's like,
that. Like, man, I'd be like, man, just get away from me, man. I couldn't be around you, around scandal.
guess what
season.
movie I just saw?
No, slap him like put on. No, I'm gonna use that as a skit too. That one friend that got to tell you about the whole movie that you ain't seen yet. No, do it in slow motion, throwing something up, like covering your mouth. But yeah, that was a good one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get some input on that.
Even
one.
the AI episode.
No, which one was that?
I want to get some input on that one though.
The what I liked about that particular one was because like she like it tells you, it kind of shows you the connection. What's up?
Oh, my ear.
Oh,
itches.
my
Sorry.
bad. I was like, so you can't hear something?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
it
sorry.
kinda-
I tried to scratch it, but I forgot this was on my head.
It kind of lets you know like there's like a connection that people are looking for when they look at relationships, and that you can go through a bunch. It shows it gives you a bunch of different scenarios,
Mhm.
and then like you can be in a relationship with somebody that you hate, you can be in a relationship with you don't for just a couple minutes, yada 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 yada. But it really kind of breaks down like what is it that what you want, and are you willing to fight and go against all odds
For it.
for that? Yeah.
I really noticed one thing that it
I'm like, hold on.
it really shows you that a lot of times when you're with people you're not supposed to be with, you find yourself.
Mhm.
Because she really was with one person she ain't want to be with for about 5 years or how long? Like for a long time.
She was
and it-
9 months.
It made her appreciate the person that she wants to be with. Because once you get out of some bullshit, a lot of people get bitter. And instead of being bitter, you have to use that as a learning
Be open
experience. Like still be open so
Yeah.
that it's like, you know what? I saw what I don't want and I saw what I didn't like about myself. So now I can better myself to get what I do want. A lot of times we don't learn, we just become bitter. We feel like, fuck that person, I'm still good. And that be the ego.
They're lost.
Right. Like, no, motherfucker, you have to learn from everything. And how we doing on time? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we got to learn from everything. And that's what I think that episode showed, that in the bad relationships, she still learned about relationships. She learned about men, and she learned herself. In the show, it showed how she was learning men. And I feel like a lot of times, hold on. Before I go in, a lot of times,
All right.
a lot of times we don't try to learn the opposite sex.
That's true.
I feel that some people have to pay more attention to the opposite sex. It's not all about what they want and how they want it, and it ain't all about what they want to talk about, and it ain't about making them feel good. It ain't about them. Oh my gosh, it ain't about them. They have to understand that you get what you give. If you give it, then you will get it. Some people don't realize that. They don't get it. So I'm going to go into my portion of what I call in my opinion. Can I get a drum roll, please? So in my opinion, there are stupid people in this world. A lot of people teach you that there are no stupid questions. Nobody's stupid. And I think the person that told you that was stupid. All right. There are stupid people in this world. And when I was in school, I was in AP classes. You had some people that were in regular classes, and then you had some people that were in SLD, ESOL. They were in, slower classes. And so our system was set up to show that everybody was not on the same level. We feel that after high school, for some damn reason, we all on the same goddamn level. And you stupid motherfuckers need to know that some of y'all just ain't on my goddamn level. Like, I be hating hanging around stupid people. I be hating having conversations with stupid people. I be hating seeing stupid people on reality shows. I be hating seeing stupid people representing my culture in the public. I be hating stupid people rapping and having stupid ass music for they stupid people. Oh, well, you know what? I can't get mad at the stupid people who make the
keep
music.
Everyone stupid.
I totally get that. But my rant is on the stupid people. You know what? I don't care for stupid people. You know, people that are stupid. Let me give you one qualification so you can know if you are stupid. Are you ready? If you are a lazy thinker, if you don't like thinking, if you ain't got time for thinking, if you like, damn, I don't feel like thinking about it, you stupid. You are so stupid that you don't even want to think for yourself. You want somebody else to think for you. You stupid. How stupid can you be that you like, man, I don't even feel like thinking about it? What? That just irks me so much when people don't feel like thinking. Like, oh my gosh, you don't feel like thinking? Come on. You got a beautiful brain that God gave you. You're the top of the everything on this planet because you can think. The one thing that you can do better than anything on the planet, you choose not to do because you take it for granted. You stupid motherfucker, you. I hate you stupid people that don't want to think. Anybody else want to get in on my rant?
Question: are you stupid and always gonna be stupid, or can you stupid and
you know what?
And
That's
that
you know
shit?
what, man. You know, and that's why sometimes I don't mind him getting on the mic because he has some great questions. Because
like, dang,
some people,
it was intense. It was intense.
some people are stuck on stupid.
Mhm.
True.
And that is my quote, motherfuckers. I've already copywritten it. Some people are stuck on stupid and they don't want to do nothing else but be stupid. Those are the lazy thinkers. Now, you do have some people that just are unaware. There wasn't taught. I can only think of unaware and wasn't taught because everything else is right there in your face if you really want to find it out. But some people are just stuck on being stupid and that's all they want to do. I don't care. Like I said, I'm just too lazy to think. I'm too lazy to figure it out. I'm too lazy to find out. I want to be stuck on stupid. Now, if you try to figure it out yourself, not somebody else telling you, if you try to figure it out, if you try to put forth the effort, if your higher self tells your ego to shut up, I'm going to handle this. Because the ego going to be like, let's take the easy way. The ego going to tell you, I don't feel like thinking. The ego going to try to keep you stuck on stupid because the ego feel like it already got it. Them are the pipes that I'm talking about. The ones that put forth the effort, nah, you're not stuck on stupid. You just don't know. And each one teach one. I don't mind teaching them. So, you know, that's cool. But stupid people that's just too stupid to think and choose to be stuck on stupid, ain't nobody got time for that, man. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. What you got to say about that?
Yeah, we're all adults, so I mean, it's hard to deal with you know. It's kind of over for the lack of communication, like learning like stuff like that. It's like you should have all your stuff together by now, I think. I mean, I'm only 22, but
What?
yeah,
I thought you was older than that.
everyone does.
You said something different earlier.
I did not. Everyone thinks I'm older than I am, but
You know what? You look old, so you know,
thanks.
I think it's your
that.
eyebrows. You have them thick Drake eyebrows that make you look like you like.
Sure.
So stupid is a
28.
choice in 2019
To
an extent.
It depends because a lot of times you can Google what you want to find. If you want to find that the president is an alien, you can Google it and find
Oh, I
it.
see what you're saying.
If you want to find, so it's
So
really
if you
like
Googling, if you looking for stupid,
it depends on what you
stupidity,
want to find.
That's
Like,
crazy.
You can find whatever
That's another
you
level of
want to
stupid
find
right there. That's another level.
because
right
it's
there.
like you got to. It's like if you're going to search the knowledge, you got to search for knowledge. Don't just think, well, that's the first thing that pop up. That's what it is. That's
Mhm.
stupid.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, you go find what you want to find. But if you're seeking knowledge,
Yeah.
the knowledge is going to find you. If you're truly wholeheartedly seeking the knowledge,
Yeah.
it's going to find you.
Mhm.
That's how the world, that's how the universe manifests.
Mhm.
Whatever you seeking, it's going to come to you.
And you're right.
Mhm.
People want that instant gratification.
Instant
sometimes.
They don't
gratification.
want
So
it.
they want to see the first thing.
The
and like,
first
that's
thing
it.
that pop
But
up.
really, they don't need to see that. They're going to need to see
Yeah.
that. They need to go back 2 weeks later.
And the
look at
first thing that
something
pops
else.
up is sponsored. So someone paid for
Always.
that.
Yeah.
Someone had
Somebody
that
paid
right
for
in
that,
front of
yeah.
your
Always.
face.
And it
Yeah.
says
So-
ad right there.
It says it right there.
And
Hey,
it's-
we sponsored this.
And
so,
that's stupid.
yeah.
And they choose to be like, well, that's what I read, and
Yeah,
so
no.
that's what I went on. That's being stupid.
Yeah,
and
I
I ain't
agree.
got no time for no stupid people, man.
Making a
That really
good,
just
making a
pisses
good
me off.
point. Making a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
You're making a good point.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that really
point.
just
Yeah.
pisses me off, man. But what you had to talk about, Vidge?
Damn, that thinking about that shit right there. That just
Well, yeah, I mean that's just my
Yeah.
in my opinion. You know,
No.
my sister told me that I say that a lot,
yeah.
so I tried to go down on saying it in my opinion. And so now that's my segment. I
It's
got
it's a good opinion.
That's a good
the
one.
typical
I get
restraint.
frustrated with that too when I'm talking to somebody and I'm like, bro, you don't know, and then
Yeah.
It's so
Mhm.
it's so frustrating talking to somebody who be talking about their opinion or what they
Yeah.
think or what somebody told them
Mhm.
versus somebody
Yeah.
who actually knows.
Mhm.
And like we're looking up an article on Google is great on the top on a particular topic. But when you really get down to it, you need to go look at a book, and then you need to go look at a couple more books.
Mhm.
I mean,
Look at the book that person got their information
Yeah.
from.
go talk to
Go
somebody.
talk to
Yeah, it's talk to someone who
talk to-
read those
who-
Yeah.
books.
Not even reading
You
the
know
book.
what I'm
lived it.
saying? Yeah.
There you
That
go.
lived it, that
There's
had
still
that
some black-
experience.
There's still some like people out there that
Yeah.
witnessed certain things happen in history and on certain topics or been in that field.
There
Go talk to
are
them.
a lot of stupid people, but there are intelligent people. And it's just about, and like you said, we gravitate toward each other. So, I mean, it's only a matter of time before, even if, you don't have a pop-in social life and you are smart, eventually, those like-minded people will get around you.
Exactly. What's up, Vitch?
Oh, you're
Oh, that's what I talk about. Okay. All right. On Typically Strange, I want everybody to share something that happens to them that they can honestly say that was strange. A story that you got that you can say that at the end of the story where you just felt like, okay, that was strange.
Okay, I could say sometimes I'll have an interaction with a person. It's happened to me multiple times. I can't say it's a specific story, but something that always gives me a strange feeling is when I've really connected with a random stranger. Like we just end up talking and it's a really good, insightful conversation. And then I turn around and they're completely gone. Like I don't see them walking down the street. I don't see them. Like they literally, I've had more than one interaction with someone and I'm just like, you literally just appear to tell me that and then you disappear.
Oh, I
Like,
see
it's
what you're
you know what I like?
Mhm.
That's something I can say that is strange, is trippy, but it's also a
Can I ask you a
creepy feeling.
question?
Yes.
Not to get in your personal business or anything.
Yeah,
but
because no.
were you high when this happened?
No.
You were sober when
I've
this happened.
had sober encounters. I've been at work. I've worked at In-N-Out before. I've been have encounters at like a restaurant. I've had just walking down the street downtown. Like I've had encounters with multiple people, and it's been really intense. When you have an intense conversation with a person, you can just feel their energy.
What about you, Vigilante?
Man, I done had so many weird encounters. Oh my God. Okay. The weirdest one that I done probably had was when I met the sister of, you watch Empire?
Mm-mm.
You don't? You watch Empire,
In
Mike?
passing.
Yeah, I watch
Someone
Empire.
has
You watch it?
on.
Okay. Frida Gatz.
Oh, okay.
When I met her sister, the way that I found out that was her sister, it was interesting because she was actually doing background, and we were chilling in a hotel doing background, and she pulled out her phone and she randomly said, "I'm about to FaceTime my sister." And I said, "Okay, cool." And she looked on her phone and it was Frida Gatz from
Mhm.
Empire. At that time, Frida may have been the most popular character on TV because Empire had his run.
Yeah.
So at that time, I'm looking at her phone and I'm just like, that's really Frida. And then I looked at the girl and I'm like, wow, y'all do look alike. I never put two and two together. You watch Empire, bro? Yeah. So you know who Frida Gatz is. Imagine being out with somebody and they say, I'm about to FaceTime my sister and it's Frida Gatz. The actual 3D, not
So
the
that was
character.
strange to you?
No, how typical she did it, because I mean that's her sister, so it's typical to her.
So that was strange to you?
That was extremely strange to me, and she didn't have nothing to say about it after she got off FaceTime.
Hey man, let me get that cookie, man. I'm hungry, bro. Yeah, that one right there.
Well, because that's her sister. I mean,
She's supposed to. I'm talking about from my point of view, not hers, because that's always gonna be her sister.
Yeah.
So my sister would FaceTime me like that was regular, but somebody who looked at me like I was on a. If she FaceTime me, like if he was just like, I'm about to FaceTime my brother, and it was Will Smith.
How you say it?
Same thing. And then he got off and was just like, all right.
Well, I had some very strange, instances. Nothing like that though. That was interesting. That was more interesting than strange.
That was strange to me.
That
was strange.
That happens. Like it was one time I was at Jay Christopher's and looked up and there go Eric Jerome Dickey, and I think he was reading a Zane book. I guess that was strange.
I saw Kobe at the gym.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, you're just a person. I don't care.
Okay,
I got one. All right, so Powers Ferry has this super kind of rundown almost Kroger, and I'm in there just getting some weekly groceries, and behind me someone says, "Oh man, you know what? You look a lot like Jamie Foxx." And then a voice goes, "Man, I wish I was getting that Jamie Foxx money though." And I was like, okay. So I look behind me and I'm like, oh, that dude do kind of look like Jamie Foxx. That's funny. And I paused. I was like, oh shit. And I look back and I gave him one of them awkward ass stares. I was like, God damn it. That's motherfucking Jamie Foxx behind me in the Kroger aisle. My ass started getting nervous. I started looking at the shit I got in my mouth. I was like, damn, why'd you get them chips, bro? You don't need them chips. Why you get that damn ice cream? You don't need that.
Life.
Yeah, you don't need that damn ice cream. And then he walked up, cool as hell.
Yeah, Jamie's very
cool as hell. He was like, what up, bro? I was like, what's up? What's up, dude? What's good? He was like, hey, I'm just, I'm saying, getting some essentials. But he had like 3 buggies full of other shit.
Yeah.
Of course, he's Jamie Foxx. I don't know what he's here for. I think he was here shooting Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
Was it Hood?
Was it Sleepless or was it Robin Hood?
I don't know. He was bald though. He looked funny as hell. He was bald.
Yeah, Robin Hood. I didn't know he shot that in Atlanta.
Yeah, bald, funny hell. And then people just started coming up. Missed my opportunity to get a picture. Literally, I was on the phone with the owner of the station. Like, hey man, I just saw Jamie Foxx at the Kroger. This young's so crazy. And then that next day, he sends me a picture of he saw Jamie Foxx at a restaurant and got a picture with him. I was so jealous.
I might have Jamie on the show. I know Jamie personally. Yeah. Me and Jamie, we go way back. Jamie, what's up, man? When you see the show, holler at the people for me, man. I know Jamie personally. Yeah, definitely, man. But if that's the case, if we're doing celebrity things,
no, that's not really strange.
That's not strange. Hold on, let me give you mine.
It was strange because in the location,
it was strange to me.
It wasn't no nice Kroger. It was some rundown, rusty, dusty, strange Kroger.
And that's why y'all talk on the show, because y'all are typical. That's why I always invite somebody else that's strange. Because that was so typical. That was so like, y'all happy with that? Well, we got some typical shit we can talk about, man. So one time I saw Santa Claus, right? So
at the mall.
I'm done.
I'm telling the truth. No. This is an honest to God true story.
All right, run.
Okay.
So man, I forgot what year, and I forgot where I was at. But I swear to God, I looked up and I saw the sleigh going across the moon, and it wasn't no birds. Because it was at night. I put this on everything I love. And then after that, I'm not going to say I started believing in Santa Claus, but I know what I saw. And I know what I motherfucking saw, man. Like, dead ass, dog. Like, straight up.
That's trippy, though.
Now, were you high? Is the question.
Really, though.
That's like an edible sighting.
I don't think I was.
You don't think
I don't think I was. I don't recall being high at that time. I don't think I was high at that time.
Well, you don't remember where you were at or nothing. So.
That sounds like some high.
Yeah, he had to be on. He was high.
Damn it, I know what happened, okay?
He saw the reindeer.
I saw the reindeer.
I saw all that, bro.
All
8 of them motherfuckers. And the sleigh.
I put down everything I love, bro. I'll tell you no lie. I know what I saw, man. I'm not even joking. Like,
you said the full moon was out.
It was like a movie, bro. Like, Tell me what else. I knew I was in Florida.
All right, can we redeem ourselves on the strange story? What you got, Vigil?
Hold on. Oh yeah, that
This ain't gonna be redeeming. It's
not-
similar to that one.
It's similar to that.
It's
one?
similar to that one. Yeah.
It's not strange. Y'all just meeting people in interesting ways. That's not strange.
Is it strange? All right, so
That's
a
strange.
dude I knew, we were at a bar, and then his wife was at a bar. It was like some kind of event, but somehow we were watching this performer, and then he was like, "Oh, meet my wife." Everybody's getting cool. We just having a conversation. Random, he grabs my hand and makes me touch his wife's ass, and then pushes me away like, "Hey man, you touching my wife's ass?" I was like, "Hold on." I was like, hold on.
That's weird.
That's strange.
That's weird.
That's strange.
No, that's
He was-
weird.
he was
That's
low-key-
Next. I want to know what's
That's
next.
strange as fuck.
That's
So I was like,
weird
hold
right
on.
there.
Don't push me, bro. You know, you just like
He was trying to
how
set
do
you up.
Yeah, like how do you like somebody else told me a story like that, but I was like, how do you grab my hand, make me touch your wife's ass, and then get mad at me for like
Hey, that's
Like,
weird.
I
Maybe he
really-
was trying to
I really
swing on
wanted
the
to fight
low.
him.
You don't know.
I really
You don't-
wanted to fight
That's
him.
what it sounds like.
But yeah, man, like you got to come with something better than that, Vigilante.
And stories?
Yeah, you got
It's
to
your
have
topic.
something
You gotta
like,
have
right, like something that's like
Did you
actually
like it?
strange.
Okay, bet.
man.
I'm good with that.
That's sad, but
Yeah.
all right. So let me give you another strange situation. So I was dating this. I don't know if we were dating or what. So no, back in the day, let's go back and let's give a little story. So back in the day, when y'all was probably like not even born, we had something called the chat line. Anybody know about the chat line? Exactly.
What are you talking about, like MySpace?
No, see, this is before this is before your time, baby. This is the chat line we had. As a matter of fact, they still have commercials. Lava Link.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so take it. I should know about this, but I used to stay up real late when I was young with at my grandparents' house, and I would find out about this. I used to stay up real late at my grandma's house, and they ain't have cable. This was some of the stuff that would pop up on like regular satellite TV.
Thank you. Hey, man, you the only nigga laughing at your own jokes. Stop laughing at your own jokes.
I thought it was funny because I'm thinking about what's actually happening in the commercial. She comes on with like this voice. Do you want to have fun tonight? Call this number.
So anyway, so on the chat line, it was interesting. The chat line was like live, how it was back in the day when Yahoo came out with the chat rooms.
I remember y'all.
Yahoo, right? Y'all was alive
There
with
we
the
go.
Yahoo chat room, but on the chat line with the phone, it was the same thing, but on a phone. You know what I'm saying? So you talking on the phone just like you typing. So everybody's in these rooms talking. Some people, me and my homeboy Keylock, we would go in certain rooms and we would freestyle, and it'd be the freestyle room. You know what I'm saying? So you would meet different people on there, and I swear, I'm telling you now, my pussy rate is so big and enormous because of the chat line. I tell you now, man, I was doing things that I should not have been doing at that age. But anyway, so I met this older woman on the chat line, right? Puerto Rican, and she would never let me have sex with her. Her period was always on. Her period was always on, and I felt like, I don't know nothing about that. I'm in high school, so I don't know nothing about periods and stuff like that. So I did learn that, okay, some women do have extended periods for 3 months at a time, and I was like, what? So she was telling me that she was that, this, that, and the third, and so eventually, a lot of times, most of the times, she gave me fellatio. Maybe about every time that we saw each other in her car. And now in 2019, that's strange to me. Like,
yeah, you met someone on the phone.
now I'm like, I think about it like, wait a minute. Like, but I went to her house. We chilled at her house. I didn't see nothing. Like, I can't, again,
She was a cool guy.
Again, this was like back in the day. So no sexual transformations was major back in these days. Like, it was happening because, again, I got a transgender uncle. Like, my uncle has been a transgender prostitute since I've been knowing him. So it's not really like I wouldn't recognize it. And so that's what I go off like, nah, Micah, you would have known, bro. You Mr Micah King, the unmoved mover, bro. You would have known. But like I say, I be telling myself, I think I tell myself this just to humble myself. Maybe, bro, because you don't know, nigga. Like, she ain't never as fine as you is. She ain't there. She just want to give you head, right? That's all she want to do, bro. She just want to give you head, bro.
I'm done.
Really, nigga? Really? So I'm like,
Dang. Dun dun dun.
right? It's strange. It's strange, but like I say, man, she was a Puerto Rican chick. She had the Latin accent. I
Oh,
don't know.
was she?
Yeah, man. You know, hey, it's strange. So you know, a lot of strange things. But I know it was. I ain't never seen no pussy. I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't never touched the pussy. Sucked on some titties, but that was strange to me, man. Like that was really strange.
Did the titty like sag or was
I
it
was in the 11th, 12th grade.
You don't
Okay,
remember?
I don't recall.
Like they were there.
Yeah, it was some titties though. Like, no, it was nothing like that. I know about the scar marks. Nothing like that. So again, her period was on, so I couldn't finger her. And she had on underwear. But again, I did see Ace Ventura, so they did be folded it back. Just like y'all ain't never seen Ace Ventura, the Pet Detective.
Mhm.
In that movie, he was like, turn around, and then when she turned around, that's where it was at right there. So, but she walked away and went to the bathroom, and so I saw it, but it was like it was nothing there. But it's still strange. It's still strange. I don't feel no kind of way because it just is what it is in my life.
Mhm.
But it's still strange, though. You know, that's just something strange that's happened.
You win. You won that one.
Yeah, you know. So again, man, people, I'd like to thank Power 108.9 for hosting the show. Again, Vigilante, did you have any closing remarks or anything that you wanted to say, my brother?
Shout out to BU Empire for the dope clothing that they hooking me up with.
Fuck them, they ain't give me none. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead, man.
I know, harsh.
And shout out to Power 108.9.
The original A. I'm sorry, the one and only A.
One original, one and only. You
What's your
know,
Instagram?
both of those things. It's at OneandOnlyA.
At one and only A.
Mhm, yep.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So
Yeah,
you know,
I probably am.
I just want to make sure I remind everybody that today is Juneteenth. I do also want to remind everybody that Teacup did not want to get on the microphone. I
should've.
also want to remind everybody that doctors are the drug dealers, the politicians are the lying criminals, the police are the gang members in a brotherhood, and most of the military are contracted killers. Peace, love, and Pan-Africanism.